What's going on, my little chickens? Let's talk about it, man. I got about 4 subjects, so let's get on it. First thing, man, Georgia Guidestones got taken down, blown up. Can anybody say amen to that? It's about time somebody woke up and did something. The Satanic Temple, talking about reducing the Earth's population, basically exterminating millions of people, which they already do anyway. But amen to that, man. That's pretty cool. I got a kick out of that. A little bit of a praise situation there. Let's talk about a few other things. How about gas prices, guys? $5.50 a gallon. The other day I got gas for $4.70, and I was actually excited that I got it for that price. And I'm thinking, then it dawned on me, like, what's wrong with me? You know, I'm actually getting excited that gas is $4.70 a gallon. You guys realize that they're raising the price of gas because the price of oil, a barrel of oil, whatever it is, over $100. You guys realize how many times in the past that the barrel of oil went over $100 and that the price of gas remained at $2 and something a gallon? So what is so different now? I'm going to tell you what's different. What this proves is that they can manipulate and raise the price of your food. They can raise the price of your gas. They can raise the price of your natural gas. They can raise the price of your electricity. They can do any damn thing they want. You know why? Because people allow it. There is no Tea Party. There is no nothing. These governments do exactly what they please. They can raise the prices on whatever they please. They can manipulate the economy, which does not even exist because they bankrupted it. But literally, again, the price of oil was over $100 a barrel. How many times? And the price of gas back then was over just $2 a gallon. Now all of a sudden it goes up to almost $6 a gallon, $7, $8 in California, wherever else. And nobody does nothing. Everybody's bitching about it, but they don't do nothing. Okay, there is no Tea Party. That's your problem. You guys cowered down like slaves because that's what you are. Okay, you're nothing but slaves. You're gonna do what you're told. They're gonna. You guys know where I'm going, man. I go there all the time. Okay, now let's talk about Lake Mead and the water levels. Okay, you know why the water levels are so low? I'm gonna tell you why, guys. Because they've been fracking and sucking hundreds of millions of fresh water from the aquifers for how many years now? They've been making ethanol for your gas to help the farmers, supposedly, but what they're doing with ethanol is they're sucking hundreds of millions of gallons of fresh water from the aquifers to make ethanol, which is no good for your cars. Okay, more car repairs, more of this, more of that. So, you know, plugs up your fuel filters, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so that's what's going on. That's why the water levels are going on. So the answer to this, guys, is they want to take sewage water. When you flush your toilet, they want to start taking all that water and supposedly cleaning it and pumping it back down into the ground, which makes absolutely no sense because they're basically sucking aquifer water and then just pumping the same stuff back in the ground, which would have seeped into the ground anyway. You know, if you guys have followed my videos, I've said it over and over and over and over in the past. You know, they're going to spend billions of dollars trying to pump this sewage water back down into the ground. Why don't they just build more desalination plants to suck the water from the ocean? They got a few in California. They can stick them in Florida. They can stick them in Texas. They can stick them in Oregon. They can stick them in New York, South Carolina, North Carolina, all the way around the coast and build an infrastructure of pipelines to fill up Lake Mead or any other lake that's low. Okay, they can literally suck the water from the ocean and do that. Okay, water problems are over, but the government wants to do what they want to do. You know, they're gonna drop the water levels, and they're gonna, you know, it's gonna be some big fear mongering thing where, you know, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do what you're told. They're gonna tell you what to do and how to do it, but in reality, there should be no water shortage. Again, people let the government get away with it. You know, they spend billions and billions of dollars on going up to Mars, doing what they want. You know, they can print money to infinity. They do as they please. There is no limit to how much money they got. But yet, they're going to tell you that, well, we don't have the money. Okay, now I'm going to give you a couple of examples. When President Trump was trying to build a wall for $2 billion, the Democrats were all screaming that we don't have that kind of money. We don't have $2 billion. But since then, they have signed multiple multi-trillion-dollar packages to stuff their own pockets. Okay? They just gave $40 billion or whatever it was to Ukraine, but yet they didn't have $2 billion in the bank when Trump was president to build a wall. We don't have $2 billion, but yet we spent $55 trillion since then that just popped out of thin air. So this shows you guys how much these politicians lie to you. You guys got to wake up, man. You got to see how much they lie. It's all they do is lie. They are like their father, the devil. You know, they lie, lie, lie. Nobody does anything about it, man. That's the problem. Nobody's awake. Everybody's on their phones. Everybody's watching TV. Everybody's preoccupied with the satanic system. They don't get it. They don't see it. They allow it. There is no Tea Party. I'm going to say it again. Anyway, that's your water problem right there that could be easily fixed, you know. Again, we don't have to frack the ground for oil. You got plenty of oil down in Venezuela. Canada, they got plenty of oil, but we're putting a stop on that. From what I heard, President Biden is actually sucking the oil out of our reserves and sending it over to China. Who the hell knows what these guys are doing? Dude, these guys, it's wicked. It's wicked to the core, guys. And the last thing I want to talk about that was on my mind is this basketball player, this black girl over there in Russia. She got caught with a joint, some kind of THC, some type of gummy bear or whatever it was. And now she's facing 10 to 20 years in prison, 10 years in prison, because she got caught with a joint. So imagine this, guys. I want you to imagine this, and I'm going to bring Jesus into this. Russia right now is killing thousands and thousands of people in Ukraine, and it's legal and it's okay. The government's doing it, the military's doing it, because all military are slaves anyway. They're killing and murdering and aborting and doing what they want, and that's all legal. This girl gets caught with a joint, and she gets to go to prison over in Russia for maybe up to 10 years. You know, when Jesus, if you read the Bible, Jesus, you know, when they were getting ready to stone the prostitute or whoever she was, Jesus said, you know what? Any of you without sin cast the first stone. You know, so I mean, it's a good example of what you're looking at here, guys. Have you guys ever seen, or, you know, I used to work with people back in the day. They'd sit there and they'd point their fingers at somebody who was on their phone at their machine. They'd bitch at him, you know, look at that guy on his phone. He's always on his phone. He's always doing this. Yet they're doing the same damn thing. You know, so just like Jesus said, you know, they're pointing their finger at this girl, this basketball player, you know, that she's guilty of having a joint, but yet look what they're doing. They're murdering millions of people, thousands of people, hundreds of thousands. At the same time, they're pointing their finger at her. That's why Jesus said, you ain't got no right to point your finger, because you're all guilty. You're all guilty and worthy of going to hell, just like me, just like everybody else. You know, but again, you know, it's insanity. It's absolute insanity when you think about it. You know, how everybody points their finger at everybody else, but yet you're doing the same damn thing. Most people, you know, can't really see that. There's many blind people out there. But anyway, man, I can't believe this girl is facing 10 years in jail for having a joint. And a lot of Americans are pissed off at this girl because, shit, one time she refused to bow down for the national anthem. Now, you guys know where I stand on that. You know, you worship God. You don't bow down. If you don't want to bow down to a flag that represents a country ran by demons, because all these countries are ran by demons. Every single country is ran by demons. All the governments are all demons. They're all evil. So if you don't want to bow down and sing the national anthem, which glorifies a war, you know, a war that glorifies war, you know, the military and all that stuff about people killing each other over the command of their freaking demons. You know, you're not living in a free country. You don't have to bow down to the national anthem. You don't have to bow down to a flag. You know, it's all about worshiping God. You know, more people are worried about bowing down to a flag than bowing down to God. And that's why The road to hell is wide, man. I'm not kidding you, man. It's insanity. All right, man. I've rambled on too much. Peace out. Take care. God bless. Have a great day, guys.